Start with an opening statement, then questions.
I mean, we don't feel very good. I'll tell you that. I do think we improved tonight from the Coppin State game. I thought Coppin State, when they stiffened up, we really backed off completely. I think we made strides in that tonight. I don't think we obviously had a big lead with pretty good defense in the first half. And, I think if you watch Asia Johnson enough, like we have, I knew it probably wouldn't go the whole game like it had gone in the first half for her. And she got going and really kind of brought them back. And then, we got the ball in good spots in the fourth quarter. They got to finish. I mean, it is what it is on some of that stuff. So not quite enough to get it done. And they have to – I thought we fought tonight. I thought Kia Silva's played her tail off. Did a good job guarding Johnson when she was on her. Fought for a lot of rebounds and things like that. So I thought that was a bright spot. They have to get we have to get tougher mentally. Try to keep getting better.
Coach, how do you do that? I mean, we've seen this team perform well. We've seen this team go into some great venues, and you've been in every contest. At this point, how do you get them to that next level?
I mean, honestly, Paul, that's a great question. I got 7 hours on the bus ride home to think about it, and I don't know. I don't know that they really struggling at confidence wise. I mean, you can see it down the stretch of a game and the way they play offense. I don't have a solution for that. Some of that I need to watch film, and sometimes you think you got better shots than you did, and but I thought we got the ball in decent spots down the stretch, and we have to be calm enough mentally that we knock them in.
Coach, what do you think was the biggest difference between the first half and the second half? Because the first half you guys were kind of running away with it, but the second half kind of seemed like St. Bonaventure was able to come up. What kind of halftime adjustments do you think that they were able to make that kind of were they able to kind of take over this ball game?
Well, I thought Asia Johnson was more aggressive in the second half. I mean, she shot 19 times. I don't know how many shots she shot in the first half, but she was she was more passive I think she was 1 for 7 at half, actually. So she shot 12 balls in the second half, 1 for 7 in the first half, and 7 for 12 in the second. So the difference is their best player played her tail off in the second half, and we guarded her relatively similar in the second half than the first. She started knocking in those pull-up jump shots, which, when you watch that game, you realize how quick she is, and she can get to her spots if you pressure. So you have to kind of play a contained game and try to point shots and get her to miss. She made just enough to get them over the hump, and that's a credit to her. She made just enough to get them over the hump.
Do you look at a player like her and then point out what she does to your squad? Maybe I don't know what it's how to ask this, but you look at these films and you see your team respond and then the other team respond and answer back. I mean, do you use that as sort of a guidepost to say, look, this is what we can do, this is what they do, this is how you respond in these situations?
I mean, we've tried to I think when you score 47 points, it's an offensive problem, right? It's an offensive problem. 50 to 47 is an offensive problem. And, you're not going to hold them scoreless in basketball. There has to be a bit of a sense of, okay, we just gave one up. Our offensive possession needs to be good. When I get a chance to stick it, I am focused and my head's in the right space to stick it. Not, I release that thing and it goes up to the basketball gods. And, right now they're just not having it for Marshall women's basketball. We're not playing that way. We're hoping that, somebody will help us out. And, that I think that today was better. But it's still there. You know, we're not a confident group right now. And the only way to build that is you got to work your way out of it. You know, you can't simulate it in practice. You know, practice is easy. No pressure. There's no stress. There's no, you know, we've stayed relatively calm on the sideline, trying to push him forward on that stuff. But, you know, we have to continue to try to find ways to get the ball in really good spots. That's our job. They have to continue to grow and gain confidence, so they'll make.
Coach,
I appreciate you.
thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.